Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, Allincrypto here, and welcome back, guys, for what is going to be another jam-packed daily cryptocurrency market update. If you are new around here and finding yourself on my channel for the first time today, don't forget to check out that subscribe button because we drop an update just like this one around 1 p.m. UK time every single day to help you guys stay up to date with the latest and greatest things happening within the crypto space, but also the broader markets, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. Now, I did say we usually drop this update around about 1 p.m. every single day. However, we have been away. I was on a very short trip, a short business trip. I am now back, and instead of not doing a daily market update today, I thought I would bring one out slightly later. And a lot has been happening and is currently happening in the cryptocurrency space. Bitcoin is following our technical roadmap perfectly, and the altcoins are really starting to benefit and come into their own. I mean, even something like Bitcoin Cash is up 40% over the last 24 hours. Shiba Inu, 70%. Dogecoin, and many of the altcoins are doing spectacularly. We've got a lot of AI altcoins in our portfolio that are up nearly 200% over the past month or so. So it's a great time to be in the crypto space. We're going to be giving quite a technical summary of things, I guess. We're going to be starting off by talking about, of course, what's the main driver of this market at the moment, and that's the Bitcoin spot ETFs. I think this is the fastest spot ETF, or BlackRock's IBIT, let's just dive straight into it, is the fastest ever to get to $10 billion. There's only 152 ETFs in this club out of 3,400, including GBTC, first $10 billion to touch. Bitcoin so much has to come from the flows. So this is insane. This is the story. This is the driver of everything at the moment. And this, of course, is really driving Bitcoin's price. And actually, we knew this was coming. There's always fundamentals. There's a reason that something happens that is technically, in our opinion, always signaled. And this was our plan for Bitcoin in the same manner that we were looking at this smaller head and shoulders. We're now looking at a broader one. Not only did we say this is a triggering event and you've now triggered on volume, you can see the continuation of this pattern. Remember, this has a $150,000 target. We do, and we are moving towards the enabling and the acceptance of altcoin ETF. So an Ethereum ETF, I do believe, is going to be coming this year. That's really going to shift the spotlight on Ethereum. And very interestingly, you know, what we're looking at for Bitcoin dominance, others dominance, and ETH BTC is technically we're expecting a move in Ethereum and the altcoins to gain ground against Bitcoin. That's likely going to be accompanied with fundamental news, just like, you know, we were technically looking at Bitcoin going to where it's now gone. That has been accompanied with the, or perhaps fundamental reasoning for that is the spot ETFs. So it's a great time to be in the crypto space. Like I say, you do have coins like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and many others. Let's just take a look at those because we've kind of outlined Bitcoin. This is the plan. Stick to it. I really just think this is going to keep going aggressively. Even this small structure that you're forming here doesn't look too bad if we drop down to the 2 hour. Doesn't look too bad at all. So actually, we could end up in quite a bullish week next week. This doesn't look bad at all. This looks like it wants to go for continuation, understanding the broader context and the fact that this is an uptrend. So I actually think next week could be interesting. You have got, obviously, the FOMC. You've got non-farm on Friday. There's a lot of sort of economic data coming out in the week ahead, but we will cover that in tomorrow's update. Let's talk about ETH BTC because Altseason is well and truly here. Or before we do that, let's actually look at some coins like Bitcoin Cash. You know you're in a bull market when Bitcoin Cash is pumping. Look at this. Textbook technical analysis on all of these charts, by the way. This is a breakout of a stage 1 base into a stage 2, and now you're getting continuation of it. This market has, most altcoins aren't even at all-time highs yet. Bitcoin isn't at all-time highs yet. This is all to come, ladies and gentlemen, and we've hopefully kept everybody, kept everyone's eyes on the prize. You know, we're doing very well as a group. If you want to join the Patreon, do check the link out in the description. We are going to start cutting members off soon. But this is up 40% in an hour. Something like Dogecoin And I made a, I'm not a fan of meme coins, by the way. I'm really not. I would rather not hold them, but they're going to do well. I basically told everyone not to buy Dogecoin back in the last run. Look at this. Look at Dogecoin is just doing the same thing that it did previously. And Elon will probably get behind this. Dogecoin making a nice little run. Shiba doing well also. Look at this. And that's an insane candle. And that's a breakout on volume. So this is likely now in an uptrend. Everything is going in the right direction. And of course, you know about our kind of altcoins. This was very textbook linked, now approaching new uptrend highs. Everything is getting there, guys. Let's talk about ETH BTC, which was one of our things we were looking at for when Altseason was going to come. This is going to squeeze and break. And the breaking of this is likely going to be accompanied on the ETH ETF news. And then once Ethereum's through the door, that's going to mean they're going to have to give regulatory oversight for a lot more. Expect in the coming weeks, in March, a lot more breakouts than what we've already seen, guys. We're getting on a lot of different coins right now. From a trade point of view, from an investment point of view, we're doing spectacularly. Also, to kind of back our thinking up on this, this is Bitcoin dominance. This is the total market cap of the crypto space. You'll notice Bitcoin dominance signaled by the vertical lines here. Typically rolls into the bull. Remember that this could be the first time that Bitcoin goes on and puts in a new all-time high. Pre-halvening. Let's take a look at that chart. Everything is playing out to a T, guys. We're not even in the halvening, and Bitcoin could actually, I think, go on. It's doing significantly better than it has done in previous cycles. I think you could even end up with a new high for Bitcoin before the halvening. How many days have we got? 40-something days. So I do think this is going to roll. I still have a hunch that this is the end for Bitcoin dominance. It's been the star of the show. But I do think that this is now just in a range that it's likely just going to come out of. And you break it either way. If you break it to the upside, it's going higher. If you break it to the downside, it's going lower. I think it's going lower based on ETH BTC and based on our others dominance chart, which we don't see anybody talking about. Look at how this is where it's finding its support. Very textbook. Smaller head and shoulders we were looking at played out and gave us a bigger neckline for a bigger head and shoulders. Break, retest. And you can see where you're finding your support here. You've not invalidated anything in regards to the head and shoulders. I think this is going to 20%. This is going to see Bitcoin dominance roll. But it's just a great time to be in crypto. It really is a spectacular time to be in crypto. This is money-making season. All that accumulation that we were doing at the kind of bottom of the bear market, or from the start of the year. So January 2023 was when we decided to get back into the market. It was a bit of a choppy time for altcoins, but we're now sitting handsomely, and hopefully all you guys are as well. So this was just a bit of a shorter and perhaps sweeter daily market update. We're going to be doing lots of walk and talks. I think there's a lot of really interesting opportunities in the crypto space right now. IoT is one, the Internet of Things, for anybody who's unfamiliar with the abbreviation of IoT. IoT is going to be huge. You obviously know about DePIN. DePIN is going to be absolutely massive. When you think about the internet is essentially built on hardware that's owned by essentially three companies: Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. And we need to decentralize that for the same reason that we need to decentralize money. Otherwise, you end up in a very kind of overlordish world. So you've got things like GameFi right now that's of interest. We do have, and I'll share it with you, a GameFi pick that I think we're like 350% up on since we started accumulating, which is IMX, Immutable X. But there's a lot of real opportunities still to this day. If you look at where, just to show you this before we wrap things up, the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum is, we did call this an uptrend at this point. This hasn't gone on to highs yet. And if you take it off log, it puts things even broader into perspective. You've still got something like this to come. I could see crypto perhaps going to around about a $10 trillion market. I really could. Under the right context, with regulatory clarity, you know, it's go time. That's all I've got for you in this one, guys. I just thought we'd give a real short and sweet update, broadly outline technically where we're at, where we're going. The plan is still very much the same. It's a great time to be in the crypto space. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you in the next one.